Hi everyone and welcome to my channel. This is Rima and I'm here with another guidance session. This is going to be a timeless coffee cup reading. So whenever you're guided to watch this video is when you needed to hear these messages. I'm gonna do a general reading for the collective energy, and then I'm gonna focus on each zodiac sign and have a 2 or 3 minute message for them at the moment when you're watching this, for you to understand what is coming for you, what you need to know, and basically be aware of how does the energies look like for you at the moment when you are watching this video. I want to thank you all for supporting my channel. Thank you. I appreciate all your comments, specifically those who reached out for private readings. Thank you for being patient with my schedules. If you're interested in private readings, you can find my contact in the About tab. So let's start the reading and see what kind of messages we're going to receive. What do we need to know at the moment? It can be the next 48 hours, up to next week. These are just a quick update for energy that you might want to know at the present moment. I'll start with the plate. Wow, there's a yin-yang energy. I see two people clearly. There's a little bit of a stress in the love and relationship. I see that two people are really having feelings for each other. They are complementing each other, and they have common ground in their relationship. Maybe even they have children together, or they're thinking about children. Maybe they grow up as kids together. Very connected energy. You guys are very connected, and look where this butterfly is actually. So I see flowers and butterflies is basically between these people. But so one person, I mean, maybe the male energy is very much busy with different thoughts. Maybe they have different thoughts. They don't have enough time to spend time with their loved one or their lover, with the female energy. And I see expectations from this side. Maybe this person is spending a lot of time on the phone. Maybe they're working so hard. Maybe they have responsibilities that they need to take care, and they can't be present all the time. On the other side, I can say maybe you are on a trip, like you actually went to a beautiful trip. You planned even maybe a honeymoon, or somewhere that you thought you have fun, but your partner spent a lot of time on the phone, or they receive phone calls all the time. Maybe they're on call or something like that, and then it kind of makes the other person a little bit upset. There is a lot of romantic energy, a lot of romance in the air. There is love in the air. Look at these beautiful flowers that just they ended up exactly being where they need to be. But again, there is a little bit of separation. This person is separating themselves because there's another important person who's calling them, and on their phone I see the picture of that person, the caller ID. Maybe it's their boss, their business partner. Maybe it's a family thing, that maybe someone from their family needs attention or is sick, and they are on the phone all the time. So that energy is there. Definitely I see a male energy influencing this relationship, work related or family related. But it's going to be okay. Just some patience is required. Maybe there are even talks about going back or cutting the trip short. I don't see that happen. I see that things will be under control without you guys need to cut your trip short and go back home in a rush. I see that the female energy or other person had a lot of high hopes for this trip. Maybe they have waited for a long time. It could be Toronto, a big city, or Paris. I don't know, maybe Dubai. But I see beautiful spring. Maybe it's a Paris. It could be. And here it says New York. So, or maybe San Luis. Yeah, I see New York here. I don't know. So maybe the call is from New York, maybe from a film or something. I see happy energy. There is a graduation someone is attending. Maybe your son. I see a male energy. Young male is getting graduated, and they're very honored. I see grandmom and mother and grandmother standing right behind them or next to him. Maybe it's a doctorate degree. Maybe they are completing med school. A very, very high ranking degree is accomplished, is completed. People are taking pictures. I see even envious people around them. Maybe they graduated with honor. Very intelligent and smart young man. And I can feel that the mom was a single mom, or maybe with the help and support of the grandma, she could raise him and she could send him to school. A very happy moment for some of you, specifically if you're attending graduation for your loved ones. For some of you, I see that you have done so much work and you have done so much dedication for your children. I see energy of children. Don't let your kids watch horror movies, specifically late at night, or maybe some animations that are still a little bit too much to watch, because I see that it brings some kind of uncomfortable energies around your children. Maybe from school they take them somewhere that the energies are a little bit, I don't know, maybe they take them to zoo or a horror, a mystery trip or something like that. Just be aware. I see children are scared. It also could be some, we hear again something about an attack in a school, because I see children are very much scared, and they are and an adult, maybe a teacher or a grown-up, is trying to protect them. If it's in your home, try not to have fights in front of children. It is not good at all, and I see that they are scared, so that's not good. Someone is buying a new perfume. I have seen this very often in these readings recently, and the perfume smells really, really well. Maybe you get a lot of compliments. Maybe people ask you what's the name and brand. Maybe you ask other people what is the perfume. Don't step on a butterfly. I know that is not gonna happen. We don't usually step on a butterfly, but it means that don't ruin someone's hope and dreams, or someone who's weaker than you. I see a foot which is very strong and determined. You might change your mind about a travel, about a plan that someone else was really hoping for, that they have been waiting for that. Maybe you promised your kids and now you're strongly saying no, we're not going, and that's it. There is no place for negotiation. I see some kind of like rough energy with that, and again it feels like you're stepping on a butterfly, so be careful. Butterfly can be feelings or others. It can be some delicate a creature, like a children, someone very naive, someone who's under your power, under your control, and you can basically, but they're beautiful. So just the meaning would be that someone is buying decorations for their home. Maybe with spring you're starting to decorate your garden, get rid of the, someone is growing bell peppers or some kind of peppers, but be careful, your pet might chew on them, or maybe there are some flowers that could not be a right choice for your pet, so make sure that you know that. I see Sagittarius here is very present. Sagittarius, there is a crown next to you, to your sign. I can already see this here. Very good news for Sagittarius. I see it already here. Maybe the message is showing up right now, even before I focus on the 12 zodiac signs. Two people are getting together. You're getting closer and closer. Maybe be careful when you're driving. Don't speed, specifically in a one-way street, because two cars might come with high speed and you might have a face-to-face crash, which is really, really gonna be dangerous, because two cars are going very like at high speed. A baby, a toddler might start walking. They might start their first steps. For some of you, your first steps in some position maybe, or again, as I said, it can mean graduation, finding a new job. If your toddler is starting to walk, make sure that they wear something. There might be slippery floor that they might fall and hit themselves. So make sure that, I don't know, they don't injure their legs. That's what I see. Okay, let's see what we have in the cup for you. What is here? But before I look at the cup, I'm gonna look at this plate. Wow. Okay. Someone's heart is I don't know why it shows like your heart, or someone's heart is you're missing someone because it's very dark, or you're broken. The heart is broken, so either it's so dark because it's missing someone, or it's broken. It's related to a woman. I don't see a face for the woman. There could be a woman in your life right now that is influencing your life indirectly. Maybe somehow they are affecting your job. Maybe they talk to your boss, or maybe they are in a different department, but they can still influence you and your work. There is something that they are doing that you might not even know about it, and it might be difficult for you to understand. This person could be someone who's, again, as I said, close. I mean, you know them, or they are hidden because I can't see their face. On the other side, there might be someone who's missing you. It can be a mother. It could be your mother that is very, very dearly missing you. This person has been trying to contact you, but I see there is a blockage. I don't know if you have blocked them, or somehow the relationship was or is not going in the best way possible. So just for some people, you can be able, you might be able to feel this energy that they are releasing towards you. I definitely see that they are releasing some kind of energy that is not pleasant. As I said, you might know who this person is, and if you don't have any idea, this is a person that indirectly they're affecting even maybe your business, your life, your relationship. I see heart transplant. Maybe someone is thinking of having a heart transplant, or maybe there is a situation that if you're in a medical field, maybe there is a situation that you are studying about it. There is something that you need to know about these procedures, and maybe there's some advancements in these procedures and technologies. Maybe there's new technology in this in related to this. But I see some darkness with your heart, or with someone's heart. Someone might receive a diagnosis on their heart, or maybe a woman, again, an older woman or senior woman, has a heart condition that you might be aware of, or it might be explained to you, it might be disclosed to you, and you might be aware. Don't worry, I don't see it really something which is, how can I say, it's not really concerning. I don't see anything really concerning. So it will be fixed. There is a way out of it. I see someone is in a bathtub, taking time to relax, which is great. You might spend some time in a hotel, which is actually nice. I see a chicken. If you have chicken by any chance, if you have farm animals, there might be some problems with your chicken. Maybe they don't lay eggs. Maybe it's too cold. You might need to fix that problem before it causes a loss of money for you. You might lose money because of this, and you might want to take care of it before it gets a little bit more complicated. I mean, these animals, they definitely need more care than they are receiving. And I'm not saying that you're not caring for them. It's just that the level of care, they need more professional care. So try to, I don't know, like maybe talk to someone who has more experience in this, in growing chickens, for example, or having farm animals. It's a very good thing that you're doing, like having these animals, and you're trying your best. But again, you might need to get some help. There is a thumbs up that you will receive. Someone will help you probably, and you will be very happy. You will pay for a service that you will be actually very happy to do that. So maybe someone comes to fix something at your home, or in your yard, or for your car, and I see that you give them a thumbs up, or maybe you write or receive a good review on Amazon or something like that. But I see a good review, a good satisfaction is there, pleasant experience is, how can I say, is documented. Some of you might receive your performance review, and it is actually very good. So as I said, nice, I mean, good job. You will tell yourself even good job, or someone will tell you that, which is actually very, very nice. I see a full moon. If you're watching this around the full moon, it is going to resonate even more with you. But around the energy of the full moon, my advice to you is to take more time for yourself to enjoy, to relax, even connect with water, try to rest and restore your energy. I see for some of you it's going to be a very busy summer. If you're watching before summer, it might be a very busy summer for you or for your family, and you need to maybe rest and relax. Some of you will have increase in your job responsibilities, or specifically if you're in medical field, there might be extra, for example, surgeries that you need to do because I don't know, like you need I don't know, maybe like there's some need for a surgeon, and maybe you will be transferred somewhere that you need to work extra hours. Well, that was what I saw in the plate. Let me see what else. Someone definitely misses you, or you miss someone. Definitely, I see that for most of the signs, and it is something that it's not a new thing. It is an ongoing situation. Someone definitely is missing a loved one really, really badly. Again, this woman is present in your life. There is a woman with a lot of history in your life. Again, it can be your mother, or it can be someone that you like, maybe an old friend, someone that you knew them from childhood. They were your childhood friend, and this person, if you have been in contact with them and the contact never was never lost, so I mean, it's just their a continuous existence in your life. Otherwise, it's a person that comes back. This person comes back from your past. As I said, this person had influenced you before. Maybe a teacher, maybe some kind of ideology, maybe some kind of mindset that you previously were very interested in, or you were it was known to you. One more time, you will get to do something close to that. I don't know, going back to some previous habits even, or you might remember your mother. Sometimes you might feel, or you might hear that you now look a lot like your mother, and you have some of their characteristics. I see a female energy very present in your in your reading, a female energy who has influenced you in the past, and they're influencing you right now. I see a car or a vehicle associated to this woman. I don't know if they're in transportation, or somehow your connection with them was through transportation. I don't know how I can explain this situation, but what I feel again is that this person is going to emerge in your life again, or their influence. It's not a bad thing. It's actually a very, very good thing. You had good time, good memories, or good influence from this person, and you will appreciate that. That's what I see. Sorry about that. Someone is saying that I'm innocent. I see an accusation. Definitely someone is attacking someone and telling them, I don't know what kind of accusation. I mean, it's about stealing something, or it's about saying something, and that person, they are denying. I see denial definitely here. Someone might be attacked. Be careful. Don't go out in the streets if it's dark, and don't go by yourself alone. Someone is trying to, I mean, don't try to take some gas home. I see someone is taking gas from gas station and put them in like big gallons and store them at home. Don't do that. That's very, very dangerous. You're trying to save money on something, and that might actually cause a horrible accident, or something that might cause much more money for you to recover from the damage. I see if someone is in a waiting room. You might be somewhere that you need to wait, and that might be hard for you. Maybe it's a patient that needs to wait. You might need to go to a doctor's appointment, or an ER, and or maybe agent care to seek advice or help, and you might need to wait somewhere. Or maybe it's wait in other places. Maybe the bus or metro is delayed, and you need to wait long hours. And I don't know, I see frustration. People are children are crying, and it's a hard situation. Maybe a flight is delayed, and people are just frustrated in the airport, in the doctor's office, in the hospital, or it can be in the metro somewhere. Again, I see that resemblance one more time. Like someone might tell you that you remind them of your mother, or remind them of someone, because someone from your back, like your ancestors, someone from your family history is going to be emerging in you. Maybe their soul is very close to you. Maybe you feel them as well. Maybe they have passed, but their soul is very present around you, or you look like them. For some people, it's a huge resemblance, and you might hear that a lot, or you might start feeling that you look like your grandmother, or you find their photo albums and you see that, oh, like I really, this picture, my grandma looks like me when she was younger. Look at the beautiful flow of energy, like there's a like a constellation, beautiful energy. It's super nice. And look at this heart in here. Wow. For some of you, if you're female energy, I see beautiful advancements in your love and relationship, and it's magical, something you didn't expect. I mean, I see someone's prayers is coming in reality for you, or you have been praying, or you have been asking universe for some advancements, because I see a heart shape there. I was saying love. That's actually great. And I love that flow of energy in the cup from the center, and it just gets diffused everywhere. I feel like love is diffused in your life. Maybe it was slow and it was gradual. Look at this beautiful woman with this light in her hand, and it's just light that has levels and levels and levels. It's not like she has a candle and this is her beautiful dress. Angels are definitely around you. They are protecting you. I see protection. If you are doing some protection for yourself, it's working really well. Female energies are very present in this reading. Maybe you receive an email from someone, maybe a relationship or romance starts via an email. And I see a bird. I see a brownish bird that is coming from back of the wall. Very nice changes, new energies. I mean, if there was astrology, I would say Uranus is doing something great in your chart, because it's a general reading. I can't really advise on that, but I see big changes, positive changes. If you had a surgery, you will recover magically, and maybe even tell you that the doctors might tell you that it's a miracle and they didn't expect this transplantation or this surgery to work this great. Maybe they even after say that it was just miracle that you are survived. For some of you, I need to say this as well. Again, this is not for everyone. For a 10%, someone, maybe even one person needs to hear this. You might find out a sickness in you that your parents or your mother and grandmother had that as well, and you might be stressed out. But don't worry, there's healing and there's magic that will survive you. It will save you, and you'll be like magically recovered, rescued. Look at this beautiful face. You'll be back on your feet if you had problems walking. Everything is great. I see a heart pendant. I mean, I feel like not only some people recover from illnesses, recover from financial hardships, but also they found love. They might find a new job. They will relocate. They might even win a lottery. And like things happen so fast in the best direction even possible. And from like the bed of the hospital, they end up being in a very beautiful position. So be ready for that kind of changes, like a glance of changes that think like are 180-degree different in less than a year. Someone is entering a family, like a big family. Maybe your partner or your husband, your future husband or wife's family are very popular either, or they are very well known, or maybe they are a big family, they have extended family, and you will have a lot of people to meet, to understand their relationship, to get to know them. And that's actually fantastic, because some of you have been you didn't have this opportunity for a long time. Someone has decided to go on a solo trip. It's actually nice. You might be thinking that I will be bored, but actually I see that you might have a lot of fun. Even if you go by yourself and you're just sitting at the beach on like watching the sunset, you have a lot of fun. So don't cancel. If someone canceled on you, don't cancel the trip. I still see that, again, it's your decision, but I see that you will have fun. Very funny environment. Someone, again, as I said, you will start you will start something with new people. I don't know, I said new energies, flow of new energies in your life. It can be through love, as I explained, or it can be through work, or maybe you relocate, maybe new neighbors come, maybe you work, maybe you move or you relocate to a new neighborhood. Whatever it is, I see that it brings big changes into your life that you didn't even believe in that. Like you couldn't believe this is gonna happen to you. Okay, that was the general reading for the collective energies. Now let's see what kind of messages we are gonna receive for each zodiac sign, starting with Aries. What do we need to know for Aries? Okay, Aries, I see something that you don't know what to do with. This is something that you're wandering around with. Like you have bought something, maybe a piece of decoration, a piece of furniture that you just bought it because you loved it. You don't know exactly where to put it. So you have it in your hand and you walk around and you don't know where to put it. I mean, the easy explanation is that energetically, there's something that, again, you don't know where it belongs to. Some of you don't know where you belong to. You don't know what, I mean, you might be questioning some purposes. Maybe even you're starting to question your job, you're starting to question your relationships, even your home, your looks, and there might be huge changes. We had an eclipse in your sign, so that might bring some changes. Some of you might be questioning why you look like this, and you might want to change your appearance, maybe do a surgery, a plastic surgery to change your face, or somehow do a beauty procedure, something like that. I see that actually you will be successful in grounding this thing somewhere. You'll find a correct place. Some of you might be into solving puzzles, and maybe there is a last piece of puzzles. Yeah, that's what I'm seeing, like solving a puzzle. Aries, you're solving a puzzle. It can be any kind of puzzle, and you'll be able to fix it. You'll be able to secure it. If something, they gave it to you, the responsibility, and then they disappeared, and it's like now with you without any deadline, and you don't know what to do with this thing, it will come to an end. It will come to a good conclusion. So don't worry about it. Taurus, you have been working so hard, Taurus. I see a lot of things are happening around you. I see a strong man in your life. Maybe you're buying a car, or maybe you have a co-signer on your car's lease or something on license. There's someone influencing your decisions, or there is a co-signer, co-decision maker with you. It's maybe your partner, but they have more authority than that. And I don't see a romantic relationship. I see that someone is not restricting you, but you need their permission as well. And I kind of feel like that they might be a father figure. For some of you, maybe your father is giving you a lot of not hardship, but maybe there's some limitation from your father's. Maybe your father's situation, your father's side, maybe some money or financial resources that was coming from your father is now limited, or they're asking for something from you in order to give you access to something. That kind of give and take is seen. There's a trip that you might go to see them, to visit them. Your father might need some care. You might be asked to move back with them and help them. This is not going to be easy for you, and you need to really manage it. Be careful. I see someone on wheelchair. Don't hate yourself. Specifically, I see if you are doing some activities, running or rock climbing, be careful about your health, and specifically your feet. Gemini, you're hanging there. You're hoping and dreaming. There's something that you're still hoping to gain, to access. This is the last, like I see you take an umbrella, and the umbrella is taking you away. You're still hopeful to this situation, but if the wind comes down, you'll fall. So I see don't have false hope for some situation or some people. On the other hand, you might be in a rainy or windy situation. Your umbrella might break. Energetically, it means that your protection needs to be restored. It needs to be more strong. You need a stronger protection. You need to be a little bit more realistic. Some of you are dreamy, and you are like, oh, everything is gonna be fine, and you're still hoping for someone's help, for someone's support, and they might not do that. You need to have your feet on ground and ground yourself somewhere. You need to secure yourself financially and both emotionally. I see you're still a little bit in la land. Gemini, you need to ground yourself. Again, the energy is telling me you need to ground yourself on the ground. Something is maybe leaving your life, and you're attaching yourself to it. You're sticking to it. You want to keep it by all your force. You're even trying to not let them go. You might not be able. Something that's meant to leave, it's gonna leave sooner, and I mean, it's better to leave sooner than later. So don't stick to that situation. Let it go if it has to go. Cancer, I already see a mask here. I don't know why you're putting a mask. Maybe you are having allergies. Yeah, actually I see that someone is asking you, maybe your doctor is giving you directions to do that. and that makes you tired. Maybe you have been having allergies, or your children might have allergies. It could be food allergies. There's some kind of restriction. A mask is not always a breathing mask. It might be something that you need to cover, some limitations, some restrictions, some barrier that you have to protect, you have to use for your protection or for someone's protection. That could be because of your skin, your food, some barrier, some restriction, some diet is going to be given to you from someone who has a higher authority, like a doctor. Even it might be restriction from a financial institution, from your boss, from your loved one, and that makes you tired. And I see you're already tired. Some of you really want to drop everything and go run outside. Try to go for a run or for a walk if you can. That will help your mood, that will calm you down. It will increase your productivity, your, in general, your mood will be much better if you start running. For some of you, if it's something that you can do, and if it doesn't hate you. Leo, what do we need to know? Wow, I see that you're studying so much. There is something that is in your focus. Maybe you're searching. Some of you are searching for a home, or you're trying to secure again a home, a business, a partnership, a contract. You're trying to sign a contract, and you have been. It's been a long time that you have been working on this situation. Maybe you have been trying to save money or work on loan documents to buy a property, and finally you're there. I see a keychain, so you might get what you want. You will get what you want, specifically if it's a property. Try to lock your car's doors. There might be something unpleasant. If you don't, you might be attacked, or someone might break into your car. I see a heart. Someone is really in love with you, and they're hanging to your heart. They don't want to let you go. They're attached to your heart. Either they are attached, and they don't want you go, or you have them attached to your heart. I see someone is like a keychain attached to your heart. Maybe you have a lot of memories. Maybe you have a lot of you miss them. And I saw that in the beginning. These hearts that I saw in the very beginning, I said someone is dearly and horribly missing someone. It can resonate with Leo. You are missing someone, and that person is in a long-term long-distance relationship, or you're not in a relationship and they're just far from you, and you just sometimes you're mourning for them. It's that you're even maybe sometimes start to cry. Some of you are trying to take it. I don't know why you're taking a shower. Everyone takes a shower, so it's not for Leo, but you're trying to cleanse yourself. You're trying to get clean about something. You want to remove something from your system, but as I said, like a keychain, it's sticking to you and it's hanging in there. Virgo, what do we need to know? You're at the point of making a decision. You think that sometimes you say, like, I should not be stupid, or I see the word stupid. You don't want to look stupid. I'm sorry to say that, but that's exactly what I'm seeing. And you're making a decision so long, a process so long, because you don't want to make a mistake. And you're just taking your time. But while you're taking your time, it doesn't really help, because you're not doing anything. You're just doing nothing, and you're waiting. You're not searching. You're not studying. You're not analyzing. You're just waiting because you just want to delay the process. And it seems that you already know that you might lose or you might look bad, but you still want to do that. There is a news coming. If you have to give someone a news, they're waiting for that. Don't make them wait. Specifically if you are in an authority, or you need to give someone an email, a good news, someone's promotion, or someone's loan is approved, something like that. Don't it's an official letter that I see is in your hands. Don't extend that. People are waiting for that, and that might change their life. Some people their decision is depending on that. Libra, I see children's energy around you, and children might be focus in your reading now. Maybe they are focus of your life. Some of you might be dealing with children. Maybe your child is not eating. Maybe you have a 2-year-old that they are living their 2 years. the second year of their life, which is one of the difficult years. And I see that there are struggles. Sometimes you feel like, how can I deal with this child? I see them as a baby girl, adorable, but sometimes it's just, I mean, I don't know, it's either very positive, like you love this child and you're dealing with them in a good way. It doesn't need to be a bad way. All your focus is on this child. It could be a child for those of you that you don't have a child. It can be a project, something which is very dear to your heart, something that your heart melts for it, and you're even thinking of giving up other things. Like even if you are a mother, you're thinking like, maybe I just quit my job and I stay home with my child because I want to see them grow. There is that desire in you that you are thinking about, as I said, children, or this dear soul or dear work that it is for you is your center of your life, is a center of your attention right now, and you would like to get and you might make a big decision about it. It's positive. Do listen to your heart, and again, everyone has a different life, but listen to your heart. We go. Sorry, not we go. Scorpio. Scorpio, I see that, of course, you're searching for something. I mean, specifically if you're male energy, I see you're on your knees searching for something. Maybe you lost something, or there's something, you're doing some research. If you're a researcher, I see there are possibilities for you to do even more research. Maybe there are some new technologies, some advancements in the methods that you previously didn't have access to, some softwares, maybe some data could be analyzed in a different way, something in those lines. You're so busy. For others of you, you actually physically are searching for something. You might spend a lot of time online, or actually in the basement or somewhere in the books, look into something. Some of you look like a private investigator. Again, searching the evidences. If you are working for the police department, there might be a case that is very, maybe, I don't know, there's an investigation which is will become very famous. But Scorpio, you're doing your own thing. You're digging in the unknown. And I can see that you have gathered a lot of information and you haven't shared it or make it public. So you can have a big gain on this, because I definitely see that there is a huge light on your back. You will receive a big reward, recognition, or you will be able to announce it in a beautiful way, which is actually very, very good. Try to do some yoga. Some of you are trying to lose weight. You have changed your body. You feel like your body has been changed because you have been less mobile. So try to move a little bit more. Sagittarius, I see a pretty woman in your life. If you're male, there might be a woman that you unexpectedly feel in love with. And if you're female, there might be love for you in a very unexpected way. I see cherries. Maybe you're watching when you're eating cherries, or it's cherry season, I don't know. And it's actually very nice, pleasant energy for you, Sagittarius. I feel mostly love. I see accomplishment. Some of you might again do something that, or you have received some compliments about yourself from someone. Maybe you got good reviews about something that you have done, or your business. Maybe I see a fish in a tank. You are able to secure something. It's gonna be yours. And as I said, you will feel very proud about that. You will feel very proud about yourself. You'll be very accomplished and happy for this thing that is going to be yours, your achievement. You might gain some money and you will secure it. I see that you'll tie that up and it's yours. No one can take it away from you. Very nice, Sagittarius. Capricorn. Wow, Capricorn, someone is leaving and they had an argument. If that's the case that happened before, they're coming back again with love. I see an up and down in your relationship. Maybe you have fights and then you break up and then they come back again, or you go back to them again. It is a little bit difficult for both parties. It's getting frustrating. It's very hard to predict the next move of you or your person, or this person who you're dealing with. I see energies of a person, could be a child or maybe an adult, could be work, could be romance, that they're unexpected. And even maybe sometimes you're on the road, they are getting so angry and they say, stop, I want to leave the car. So very unexpected energy about this person. I can't really get more information on them. Um, well, yeah, someone is late to a train. The train is gone, maybe because of weather condition. If you're traveling, make sure you're there a little bit earlier so that you don't miss the train or the plane. But I see some unexpected turbulence in your life with someone, but it goes back to normal, and then again it goes back to um, turbulence. So be careful. I don't know how you want to fix it, but there needs to be something done. You can't continue like that. Aquarius, I see a helicopter flying over your head. Maybe you're thinking of learning how to fly. This idea is above your head. Some of you, maybe you work with the police department or something like that. Maybe you've called for help. Maybe you are a medical professional. Anyways, for some of you, I see that you're buying a bike or you have a bike. Your bike might be stolen. Be careful about that. I see this again here. You might park your bike somewhere, and when you go back, even in your car or your bike, and you might go back and it's not there. Or you might forget where you parked your car or your bike. Maybe it's in one of those big parking lots in a mall that you don't remember which level you park the car. So there is that confusion. Your mind is busy. I see some beautiful astrological movements in your life. Maybe your life is very much aligned with astrological events right now. I see you as a strong man. If you are male, I see you as a very strong man. You are getting more power. You're gaining more power. You have more access, and you are feeling very powerful and brave for some reason. I don't know why, but be careful. This bravery might be a little bit dangerous. You might say something or do something out of feeling so brave that in the end might be not that much fun. So be careful about that. Someone is cooking something. If you are female, a strong male might come on your path. Pisces, wow, you're dancing. I see very happy energy around you. If you're upset or if you're missing someone, I see happy news. Happy news is coming. I see two shoes, like a pair of shoes in front of your door. A very dear one might come. Luck is on your side. Beautiful energy. Shoes are very good representative of luck. And I see beautiful new shoes, and they are very shiny. So shiny opportunity, a very fantastic position is opening up for you. You might be going on a trip. You might be asked to travel. You might be asked to go give a lecture, bring something somewhere, I don't know, to transfer knowledge or information. I don't know, something that you have been linking some two things together, and it's actually very, very good. I see you're receiving gifts or you're giving gifts, and while you give gifts to people, Pisces, you even feel much better than the person who receives the gift. You have such a wonderful heart. You're such a kind person that when you gift something, you give a gift to someone, you feel even happier than the person who receives it. This is an element of Pisces because you are so generous, and Jupiter is your ruler. I see a mom and child sleeping next to each other. Maybe the little child wants to sleep with you that night, or you're giving them comfort. The universe is also giving you comfort. You're never alone, Pisces. If you are in hardships, if you feel that no one has your back, don't worry. The universe has your back. I see strong protection for you from the universe. And again, there are a pair of shoes in front of your door. It's just brand new. The angels brought them, and you're up to a new journey. That was the reading. Thank you so much. I hope you enjoyed it. I hope you really enjoyed it. Thank you so much, everyone. And until the next time, stay blessed.